All right, hey everyone, get ready because today we're taking a deep dive into omega-3s.
Omega-3s.
You got it. All those healthy fats we hear so much about.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at a product description
Okay.
for Balance Oil Plus, which claims a whole bunch of benefits.
Okay.
And then a super informative article from Healthline on omega-369 fatty acids.
Sounds good.
So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of omega-3s with me?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's start
Yeah.
by breaking down what omega-3s actually are.
Okay.
So they're polyunsaturated fats.
Okay.
And the important thing here is our bodies can't make them.
Oh, interesting.
We have to get them from our diet.
So it's like we're missing this essential ingredient.
Yeah, exactly.
And it turns out it does a lot more
That-
than just, keep our basic functions going.
Right. So we've got
Yeah.
3 main types of omega-3s to talk about.
Okay.
EPA, DHA, and ALA. And each of them has its own kind of specialty.
Got it.
So EPA,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a firefighter,
Yeah.
taming inflammation all over the body.
Okay.
So, when your joints are aching or your skin is irritated,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
inflammation.
Yeah.
EPA is helping to calm that down.
Interesting.
Then we've got DHA,
Okay.
which is like the brain architect.
Oh, wow.
It's super important for building those healthy cell membranes in the brain,
I see.
especially, crucial for babies developing brains.
Right.
But it's supporting brain function throughout our whole lives.
That's important.
Yeah.
And then what was that last one?
ALA.
ALA. Okay.
So ALA can actually convert into EPA and DHA in the body,
Okay.
but it's got its own benefits for the heart and the immune system as well.
Wow. So we need all 3 of them.
We do.
But the Healthline article, I was reading that.
Yeah.
And they were talking about omega-6s.
Right.
What's the connection there?
Yeah, so that's a really important point. It's not just about getting enough omega-3s.
Yeah.
It's also about balancing them with omega-6s.
I see.
So ideally, that ratio should be between 1.1 and 4.1
Okay.
omega-3 to omega-6.
Got it.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
modern diets are often way off,
Really?
like 15.1 or even 25.
Was 25 to 1. Wow. That's a huge difference.
It is.
What happens if we have too much omega-6?
Well, think of it like a seesaw, right?
Okay.
Omega-6s aren't bad in themselves. They're essential fats too.
Right.
But if you get too much omega-6,
Yeah.
that seesaw tips.
Oh, okay.
And it can lead to more inflammation in the body.
And we know that chronic inflammation can be linked to a lot of different problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's all about balance.
Balance.
Right.
Now, I was looking at this Balance Oil Plus description.
Okay, yeah. And what'd you find?
They claim some pretty impressive benefits like healthier heart,
Mm-hmm.
sharper brain,
Yeah.
stronger immunity, even helping with eye and nerve development in kids.
It's a pretty long list.
Yeah. Is this all hype,
Well,
or is there real science behind it?
product descriptions always want to highlight the positive,
Right.
but research is always evolving.
Of course.
So let's dig into the science a bit.
Okay, let's do it. Let's start with heart health.
Okay.
Balance Oil Plus says it can help with cardiovascular health.
Right.
So what does the research actually say?
Well, there's definitely some scientific support for that claim.
Okay.
Studies show that omega-3s, especially EPA and DHA, can have a really positive impact on various aspects of heart health.
Okay.
So they can help manage cholesterol levels
Okay.
by reducing triglycerides. Those are the fats that can clog our arteries.
Not good.
No.
Okay.
And they can boost the good HDL cholesterol,
Okay.
which is kind of like a cleanup crew,
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Cleanup crew.
removing excess cholesterol from the bloodstream. Some studies even suggest they can help lower blood pressure.
Really?
Yeah.
So omega-3s really can give our hearts a helping hand.
Yeah, they can.
Now, what about the brain?
Yeah.
What about all those claims regarding brain function and mental health?
Right. So this is where DHA really shines.
Okay.
It's a major component of brain cell membranes. Remember, those are the outer layers
Yeah.
that protect and insulate each cell,
Right.
allowing it to function properly.
Uh-huh.
Imagine DHA is like a key building block
Okay.
for healthy, resilient brain cells.
Got it.
Now, there's growing evidence
Mm-hmm.
that DHA might even play a role in managing depression
Interesting.
and other mood disorders.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's really important to be cautious about overstating the benefits here.
Right.
More research is definitely needed
Of course.
to fully understand the complex relationship between omega-3s and mental health.
So promising potential, but we need more data.
We do.
All right. What other interesting benefits have you come across?
So studies have shown that omega-3s might help reduce liver fat,
Okay.
which is a risk factor for several metabolic diseases.
Oh, wow.
And then they're also vital for infants' brain development
Yeah.
during pregnancy and breastfeeding.
So important.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we talked about their anti-inflammatory properties,
Mhm.
helping to manage chronic diseases.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like
Get it.
getting enough omega-3s can
Yeah.
positively impact our health in a lot of different ways.
It really can.
Now, I'm sure a lot of our listeners are wondering,
Oh, yeah.
do I need to take a supplement?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Right.
So ideally, we'd get all the omega-3s we need from our diet. But for many people, that's just not realistic.
Right.
Modern diets often fall short,
Mm-hmm.
which is where supplements come in.
Okay, they can help bridge the gap.
Exactly.
Now, let's say someone is considering a supplement.
Okay.
What should they be looking for?
Well, the Healthline article gives some good advice.
Okay.
First, look for cold-pressed oils.
Okay.
They're extracted with minimal heat,
Uh-huh.
which preserves the quality of those delicate omega-3s.
Okay.
Also check the label for high EPA and DHA content,
Got it.
because those are the forms with the most documented benefits.
So high-quality oils prioritize EPA and DHA.
Absolutely.
Anything else to keep in mind?
You know, antioxidants like vitamin E can be helpful.
Okay.
They can help protect those omega-3s from breaking down
Uh-huh.
and maybe even enhance their absorption.
Okay.
And then pay attention to the source of the omega-3s.
Right.
Fish oil and algal oil are good options.
So choose a high-quality supplement
Mm.
with EPA and DHA.
Yep.
Ideally, it'll include antioxidants
Right.
and comes from a reputable source.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious about this Balance Oil Plus blend.
Okay.
It combines fish oil with olive oil.
Right.
What's the reasoning behind that?
So that's actually a really smart combination. Olive oil is packed with polyphenols, which are powerful antioxidants.
Right.
And these polyphenols
Yeah.
can help protect those fragile omega-3s from oxidizing.
Okay.
And some research even suggests that they might enhance their absorption in the body.
So the olive oil is kind of like a bodyguard
Yeah, I like
for the omega-3s,
a body care.
making sure they get where they need to go.
Exactly.
This is so interesting.
It is.
I feel like I'm finally starting to understand the complexities of omega-3s.
Yeah, it's a fascinating area.
But I'm sure there's still so much more to uncover.
Oh, absolutely. There always is.
Before we move on, though,
Yeah.
let's just take a moment
Okay.
to reflect on what we've learned so far.
Sure.
We covered a lot,
We did.
from the basic science of omega-3s
Mm-hmm.
to the importance of balancing them with omega-6s.
Yeah.
And then all those key factors to consider when choosing a supplement.
Right. And I think what's really cool is
Yeah.
how these tiny molecules
Yeah.
can have such a big impact on our health.
It's amazing.
It is. From our hearts and brains to our immune system,
Right.
even our mood.
Yeah.
Omega-3s are playing this vital role in keeping our bodies functioning optimally.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It is.
Now, I know we talked about the potential benefits
Mm-hmm.
of omega-3 supplements.
Right.
But there's always another side to the coin, right?
There is.
Are there any potential downsides
Yeah, that's a good
or
point.
things we should be cautious about?
Right. So while omega-3s are generally considered safe,
Okay.
there are a few things to keep in mind,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to supplements.
Yeah.
So, for example, some people experience some mild side effects,
Yeah.
particularly when they first start taking them. Things like fishy burps,
Oh, no.
indigestion, or mild diarrhea.
Yeah, fishy burps, not so appealing.
No, not all right.
Any tips for avoiding those?
Yeah, taking the supplement with food can
Okay.
often help minimize those kinds of side effects.
Good tip.
Also, choosing a high-quality supplement that's been purified
Okay.
to remove impurities can make a difference.
Got it.
Yeah.
Are there any more serious side effects we should be concerned about?
Well, in some cases,
Yeah.
high doses of omega-3s,
Okay.
especially from fish oil,
Mm-hmm.
can have blood-thinning effects.
Oh, okay.
So this is something to be mindful of
Yeah.
if you're taking blood-thinning medication
Right.
or have a bleeding disorder.
So it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor
Absolutely.
before starting any new supplement,
Yeah.
especially if you have any underlying health conditions
Right.
or taking other medications.
Yeah, they can help assess
Right.
whether an omega-3 supplement is appropriate for you
Okay.
and advise on the right dosage.
Now, shifting gears a bit,
Okay.
the Balance Oil Plus description
Yeah.
mentions that it's sustainably sourced.
Right.
I'm curious to know more about that.
Okay.
Is sustainability a concern with omega-3 supplements?
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Overfishing is a real problem.
Right.
And it's important to choose supplements that come from sustainably managed fisheries.
Okay. So how can we ensure that?
Look for certifications
Okay.
from reputable organizations,
Mm-hmm.
like the Marine Stewardship Council, the MSC labels,
Okay.
which indicates that the fish were caught
Yeah.
using sustainable practices.
So we can make eco-conscious choices
We can?
even when it comes to our supplements.
Absolutely.
I'm also curious about the different forms of omega-3 supplements.
Okay.
You know, I've seen capsules,
Yeah.
liquids,
Right.
even gummies.
Right. There's a lot of options out there.
Yeah. What are the pros and cons of each?
So capsules are probably the most common
Okay.
and convenient.
Right.
They're generally tasteless,
Yeah.
which is a plus
Yeah.
if you're not a fan of that fishy taste.
I can see the appeal of avoiding the fishy taste.
Yeah.
What about liquids?
So liquid omega-3s
Yeah.
are another option.
Okay.
They can be a good choice
Mm-hmm.
for people who have trouble swallowing pills,
Right.
and they're often flavored,
Okay.
which can make them more palatable, but they might not be as convenient to transport
Yeah, that's true.
as capsules.
Okay. And what about those gummies?
Yeah.
They seem like a fun way to get your omega-3s,
They do.
especially for kids
Yeah.
or people who don't like swallowing pills.
Right.
What's the downside there?
Well, it's important to check the dosage.
Okay.
Make sure they provide a sufficient amount of EPA and DHA.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's all about finding the format that best suits your needs
Exactly.
and preferences.
Yeah.
Now, I'm wondering about dosage.
Okay.
Is there a general recommendation?
You know, there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay.
The optimal dosage can vary,
Mm-hmm.
depending on your age, your health status, your diet.
So, once again, it's important to talk to your doctor
Absolutely.
or a qualified healthcare professional
Yeah,
to determine the right dosage for you.
for sure.
This has been an incredibly insightful dive into the world of omega-3s.
It really has.
We've covered so much,
Yeah.
from the science to the sources
Yeah.
to even how to choose a supplement.
Right.
Before we move on to our final thoughts,
Okay.
is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just that knowledge is power.
Oh, I like that.
The more we understand about
Yeah.
how our bodies work,
Mhm.
what nutrients they need,
Right.
the better equipped we are
Yeah.
to make those informed decisions about our health.
Well said.
Thank you.
And speaking of informed decisions,
Yeah.
in our final segment,
Okay.
we'll be exploring some key takeaways
All right.
and leaving you with some thought-provoking questions
Sounds good.
to ponder as you continue your journey of discovery
Okay.
in this fascinating world of omega-3s.
Great. Welcome back. So before we took a break, we were talking about how important it is to balance omega-3s with omega-6s.
Yeah, like finding that sweet spot where everything's working in harmony.
Exactly. But how do we actually do that in our everyday lives?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, it starts with our diet.
Okay.
What we eat plays a huge role in that omega-3 to omega-6 ratio.
So what are the best food sources? I know fatty fish like salmon is always mentioned.
Right, fatty fish is a great source of EPA and DHA.
Okay.
The two omega-3s that have been studied the most,
Mm-hmm.
salmon, mackerel, tuna, sardines,
Okay.
all great choices.
Got it.
But
yeah.
if you're not a big fish eater,
Yeah, I'm not.
there are other options.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
What if you're more plant-based?
totally. So plant-based sources mainly provide ALA,
Okay.
which, remember, can convert into EPA and DHA in the body.
Right, right.
So flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts are all excellent sources of ALA.
So even if you don't eat fish, you can still get a decent amount of omega-3s
You can
from plants.
Absolutely. And there are even some foods that are fortified with omega-3s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like certain brands of eggs, yogurt, even orange juice.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there are plenty of ways to boost our omega-3 intake
There are?
through diet.
Yes.
What about omega-6s? How do we manage those?
So omega-6s are found in a lot of vegetable oils,
Okay.
like corn oil, soybean oil, and sunflower oil.
Right.
They're also present in processed foods
Okay.
and snacks.
So basically, a lot of the foods that are staples in the modern diet
Yeah, unfortunately.
are high in omega-6s.
That's right.
Okay.
And while they're essential,
Right.
it's about finding that balance.
Yeah.
If you're consuming a lot of processed foods
Yeah.
and cooking with oils that are high in omega-6s, you might want to think about making some adjustments.
So what kind of adjustments can we make?
Well, for starters, Try to incorporate more fatty fish
Okay.
into your diet.
Yeah.
Aim for at least 2 servings a week.
Okay.
If you're vegetarian or vegan,
Yeah.
make sure you're getting enough ALA from those plant sources.
Like flax seeds.
Flax seeds, yeah.
Chia seeds, walnuts.
Exactly. I love adding chia seeds to smoothies.
Yeah, it's an easy way to kind of sneak them in.
It is.
Okay, so we've talked about diet, but what about supplements?
Yeah, good point.
Do they play a role in achieving that omega-3 balance?
Supplements can definitely be helpful,
Okay.
especially if you're not getting enough from diet alone.
Right.
And this brings us back to that BalanceOil Plus product we're discussing.
Yeah, the one that claims to provide that balanced blend
Exactly.
of omega-3s and other nutrients.
Right. But before we dive into the specifics of this particular product,
Okay.
I think it's worth addressing a question that comes up a lot when discussing omega-3 supplements.
Okay.
Should you go for a combined omega-3 6-9 supplement
Okay.
or a pure omega-3?
That's a good question. The Healthline article mentioned that debate.
Yeah, it's a common one.
What are your thoughts on that?
So, as we've said, most people already get plenty of omega-6s from their diet.
Right.
And our bodies can naturally produce omega-9s. So, unless you have a specific deficiency,
Yeah.
adding more through a supplement might not be necessary.
So taking a pure omega-3 supplement allows you to really focus on those levels
Exactly.
without potentially adding more omega-6s.
Right, and it gives you more control over the types and dosages you're consuming.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, remember EPA and DHA,
Yeah.
the most well-researched, a pure omega-3 supplement will typically have a higher concentration of those two.
So when considering a supplement,
Yeah,
pure omega-3 might be the way to go for most people.
it could be.
Okay, now back to BalanceOil Plus.
Yeah.
It claims to help with everything from heart health,
Right.
brain function, immunity, even eye health.
It does.
Is there research to back up these claims?
Well, there's a growing body of research
Okay.
that supports the benefits of omega-3s.
Mm-hmm.
For example, numerous studies
Yeah.
have shown that they can have a positive impact on heart health
Okay.
by reducing triglycerides, lowering blood pressure, and improving cholesterol levels.
So the heart health claims seem to be well-founded.
They do.
What about brain function and immunity?
Well, when it comes to brain function,
Yeah.
DHA is the star player,
Okay.
crucial component of brain cell membranes,
Right.
and particularly important for cognitive development and function.
Uh-huh.
Studies have shown
Yeah.
DHA supplementation can improve memory, attention, and overall cognitive performance.
So they can actually make us sharper.
There's definitely some evidence to suggest that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and as for immunity,
Mm-hmm.
omega-3s have been shown to have anti-inflammatory effects,
Right.
which
Yeah.
can help support a healthy immune response.
So they can help us fight off those bugs.
They can.
Okay.
And they also play a role in the production of certain immune cells.
So by reducing inflammation and supporting immune cell function,
Yeah,
they're contributing to a stronger immune system.
exactly. And what about eye health? So for eye health,
Yeah.
DHA is a major structural component of the retina,
Mm-hmm.
the part of the eye that senses light.
Right.
Studies have shown that DHA is essential
Okay.
for maintaining healthy vision
Got it.
and may even play a role in preventing age-related macular degeneration.
Oh, wow. That's a leading cause of vision loss.
It is.
So omega-3s are beneficial for our eyes, too.
Yeah, they really are.
Now, I want to touch on something we mentioned earlier, sustainability.
Right.
BalanceOil Plus says it's sustainably sourced.
Yeah.
How important is that
Super important.
when choosing an omega-3 supplement?
Overfishing is a serious threat to our oceans.
Right.
We need to be mindful of where our omega-3s are coming from.
So how can we ensure that the supplements we're taking are sustainably sourced?
Look for certifications
Okay.
from reputable organizations
Hmm.
like the Marine Stewardship Council, the MSC,
Okay.
or the Aquaculture Stewardship Council, the ASC.
Okay.
These organizations have strict standards
Got it.
for sustainable fishing and aquaculture practices.
So those certifications are like a seal of approval that
Right.
the fish were caught or farmed in a way that protects the environment.
Exactly. And it's not just about protecting the fish populations.
Right.
It's about minimizing the impact on the whole marine ecosystem.
That's great. So we can make sustainable choices,
Absolutely.
even when it comes to supplements.
We can.
Now, before we wrap up this segment,
Yeah.
I want to touch on dosage.
Okay.
Is there a general recommendation?
There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay.
The optimal dosage can vary
Right.
depending on your age, your health status, your diet.
So talk to your doctor
Definitely.
or a qualified healthcare professional
Yeah.
to determine the right dosage.
Exactly. They can assess your needs and make personalized recommendations.
They can also let you know about any potential interactions with medications.
Yeah, for sure.
This has been a really illuminating dive
It has.
into the world of omega-3s.
It really has.
We've uncovered so much
We have.
from the science
Yeah.
behind these essential fats to choosing a supplement.
Right.
Before we move on to our final thoughts, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just say knowledge is power. The more we understand about how our bodies work,
Right.
what nutrients they need,
Yeah.
the better equipped we are to make those informed decisions about our health.
Well said. And speaking of informed decisions,
Yes.
in our final segment,
Okay.
we'll be exploring some key takeaways
Right.
and leaving you with some thought-provoking questions
Sounds good.
to ponder as you continue your journey of discovery
Great.
in this fascinating world of omega-3s.
Wonderful.
All right, welcome back to our final dive into the world of omega-3s. We've covered so much, from the science to the sources, even how to pick out a supplement. But what does it all mean for you?
Yeah, that's the big question, right?
Right.
Like, we can have all this knowledge, but it's only really powerful when we actually use it in our own lives.
So let's recap. Some of the most important things that we learned about omega-3s,
Yeah.
what you can actually do with this information, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Omega-3s are essential.
They are.
Your body needs them, but it can't make them on its own.
You can't.
So it's up to you
Yeah.
to make sure you're getting enough
Right.
through your diet or, if needed, through supplements.
Exactly.
And we've learned that it's not just about the amount,
Right.
but about the balance.
The balance.
Right.
Yeah.
With omega-6s.
That's key.
So if you're consuming a typical modern diet,
Mm-hmm.
chances are
Yeah.
that balance is tipped in the wrong direction.
It probably is.
Too much omega-6, not enough omega-3.
Right.
So what's the first step to taking control of that balance?
Take a closer look at what you're eating.
Okay.
Are you getting enough omega-3s from fatty fish,
Mhm.
flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts?
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
what are some simple swaps you can make?
Right.
Maybe try adding
Yeah.
a can of sardines to
Yeah.
your weekly grocery list,
Okay.
or sprinkling some chia seeds on your yogurt.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, if someone is considering a supplement,
Yeah.
what should they keep in mind?
Quality, quality, quality.
Okay.
Look for those cold-pressed oils
Uh-huh.
with a high concentration of EPA and DHA,
Mhm.
two omega-3s,
Yeah.
with the most research-backed benefits.
Okay.
And consider a pure omega-3 supplement
Okay.
rather than a combined omega-3 6-9 formula,
Right.
as most of us are getting enough omega-6s from our diet already.
Exactly. And of course,
Yeah.
consult with your doctor before
Sure.
starting any new supplement regimen,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you have any
Exactly.
underlying conditions or are taking medications.
Exactly.
So we've talked about the science-backed benefits,
We have.
for heart health, brain function, immunity,
Right.
but research is always evolving.
Yeah.
There's so much more to learn about the potential of omega-3s.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what's so exciting.
Right. It's not just about what we know now.
Yeah.
It's about what we might discover in the future.
Exactly. And that's what I want to leave you with,
Okay.
a sense of curiosity and empowerment.
I love that.
You have the knowledge now to make informed choices about your omega-3 intake.
Right?
What will you do with it?
Yeah, what will you do?
Will you try some new omega-3 rich recipes?
Ooh, good idea.
Will you finally start taking that supplement you've
Yeah.
been thinking about?
Mm-hmm.
Will you dive deeper into the research
That's what we like to do.
and uncover new insights?
Love it. Those are fantastic questions. And that's what the Duck Dive is all about, right?
It is.
We give you the information,
Mhm.
but it's up to you to explore further.
To take that plunge.
Exactly.
So keep learning, keep questioning,
Yeah.
and keep diving deeper
We're deep diving deep.
into this amazing world
Yeah.
of health and wellness.
Thanks for joining us today
It's been a pleasure.
on this incredible deep dive
Yeah, it has.
into the world of omega-3.
Thanks for having me.
We hope you've enjoyed the journey and feel inspired
Absolutely.
to take charge of your health.
Yes.
Until next time, stay curious.
Stay curious.